Girl, life is so fruitful. It's time we stop worrying about men. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel where I talk all about self-discovery, personal development, self-improvement, basically anything that is going to help us level up. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to join me on this leveling up journey. In a previous video, I shared my feelings about the pressure to always look presentable to be perceived as attractive by other people. One insightful commenter mentioned that the women who don't put men on this pedestal are often the ones who end up winning them over. And this really resonated with me because I've seen this play out in my life countless times. Oftentimes it's always the one who's disinterested, doesn't really seem super attached to the guy, that ends up winning them over instead of the one who is obsessing over them, trying to keep him wrapped around her finger. And there were some comments that expressed that ugly women have to work harder, have to literally be on this man's feet begging for an ounce of their attention simply because they're ugly. And first of all, pause. Beauty is a spectrum. Yes, there is a conventionally attractive stereotype, but that is not the only type of beauty that there is. I don't care who you are, there is somebody out there, multiple people out there, who are going to view you as beautiful, who are going to think that you're pretty. So if you're somebody with this mindset, and if you think that you are just extremely unattractive and you're comfortable with expressing yourself in that way, I really encourage you to watch some videos on self-love, because nobody should be talking to themselves like that or feeling this way. It is possible to not think of yourself as ugly. Even when I was uglier, I was still, getting attention, unwarranted attention from people. But it was honestly because I stopped putting men on a pedestal. It is always the bitch that has her own shit figured out, has her routine down, that takes care of herself, that is out there pursuing hobbies and passion projects, that is magnetic. I don't care how hard you work to keep a man. If that is your only goal in life, or if that is your biggest priority in life, to keep a man around, to get as many prospects as possible, there is something that's gonna feel off. It's gonna feel like you're insecure, and that is gonna be a turnoff. People don't want people who are super intense, obsessive, who don't prioritize their own well-being. And so that's why it is so pivotal that we stop centering ourselves around men. Who cares if he likes you? Who cares if he texts you back? Who cares if he doesn't? Focus on yourself. When I first started dating, I was incredibly insecure. I convinced myself that I was awkward and unworthy of love. I was not the cool girl in high school. I was the ugly duckling. And so that is how I viewed myself. When I got my first boyfriend, I was honestly in awe, because I was wow, there's no way that somebody that I like also likes me back. That had never happened to me before. And because I lacked self-confidence, I quickly fell into the trap of prioritizing his needs, his well-being, him in general, over myself. I had no boundaries. Anytime he would text me, hey, you want to hang out? Hey, you want to do it? Yes, let's go. No boundaries. And I tried everything to keep him interested. Any desire, anything he asked of me, I would ultimately give in, because I wanted to keep him around so badly. Because I always felt oh shit, this is a once in a lifetime thing. Somebody actually likes me back. I need to keep him here. And I was often neglecting my own needs. I wasn't hey, no, I can't. I need to go get my nails done. I need to have a self-care day. I'm feeling a little bit down. I need to pick myself back up. No, I was yes, let's go. Yeah. Oh, you want to do this? Okay, let's go. Oh, you're hungry? Oh, okay, let's go. Oh, working, literally living my life around his schedule. And ironically, when I was cold and distant, when he felt he didn't really have me there, that's when he pursued me more. That's when he put more effort. And once he realized that I was obsessed, wrapped around his little finger, he lost interest in me. pretty fucking quickly. And he got so comfortable to do me so fucking dirty. Dirty. I never thought that somebody could hurt me like that, but he did. I guarantee you that if I had put the focus in myself, if I had prioritized my well-being, despite the fact that I thought I was ugly, right? If I worked instead to build my confidence up, to think of myself as like this bad bitch, powerful woman, he would have never done me that dirty. And maybe he would have, but not to that degree. But because he saw that I lacked a foot to stand on, that's when he was so comfortable just humiliating the shit out of me. Because he didn't respect me. Who is going to respect you when you're living your life to please somebody else? It's not going to be the man that you're working so hard to please. It's not going to be him. He's not going to care that you're putting in all this effort, that you're basically showing up as a fucking mom. He needs a mom. Oh, you'll be that mom. He needs a best friend. Oh, you'll be that best friend. But whatever. After that relationship ended, I tried to focus on becoming prettier. And because I put all that energy into becoming prettier, I lost some weight, started working out, I was eating healthy, started taking care of my hair, of my nails, all of this. So yes, I did eventually become prettier, but everything that I was doing was like a band-aid, right? I was not fixing all of my internal issues. I still felt insecure even though I was technically prettier, but it was just like slapping a band-aid on myself. I wasn't healed, but I was hot. And I was young and I was dumb. So I literally made it my mission to get emotionally unavailable men attached to me so that I could leave them. And this was so dumb and not nice at all. And I regret it so much. But I was so angry at just like the male species in general because I was done so dirty by like multiple men that it kind of affirmed all of like the negative beliefs that I had on the gender. I was grabbed off the street, I was assaulted, I was harassed, I was R-word. So I was just mad. I wanted to like get my revenge somehow. So I literally took it upon myself to like try to destroy the egos of as many fuckboys as I could. But both of those times, like I was revolving my life around men. I was just at opposite sides of the spectrum, but I was doing the same thing. I was hanging out with them all day. I was hanging out with their friends. I was playing mind games with them. Like all of my attention was on men. The only difference is that I wasn't catching feelings. And oh my god, I hope I don't get hate for this. First, I was like really young. This was a really long time ago. And I was really lost, but we'll get into that. This is kind of very like personal for me. I'm really like putting my shit out there, but it's all for a lesson. It's coming, don't worry. Okay, so when the pandemic hit, I felt lost because I realized that I had spent so many years trying to get to know men when I should have been getting to know myself, putting that energy into myself. And that's when I decided to invest my time into self-discovery. Obviously, too, the isolation helped. I couldn't see anyone, I couldn't meet anyone. So I really had no choice but to spend time with myself and get to know myself. I picked up new hobbies. I did a lot of inner work to heal my past traumas and my mental health issues. And throughout this process, I found happiness and fulfillment within myself. And yes, there were days where I occasionally like craved physical intimacy, right? Like once you know what a good cuddle session, a good forehead kiss, a good long ass hug feels like you're gonna be reminiscent on that. And you're gonna crave that sometimes. But my self-validation meant that I didn't have like this insatiable need for a partner, right? Like, yeah, I would have been a nice little addition sometimes when I was watching a movie to have arms around me or whatever, but I didn't need it, right? Like I could light a candle, get some snacks, put on a good face mask, maybe like a teeth whitening mask, and I was still having a good time. But I literally just had to learn how to fill my own cup. And that's how I got to the point of feeling so validated within myself that I no longer felt like I needed a man. And the way that you carry yourself when you love yourself, when you're happy, when you're living a fulfilling life, impacts the way that others perceive you. The people who I was attracting when I was in my villain era, my hot girl era, whatever the fuck you want to call it, my dumb girl era, they were so low vibrational, low frequency as people. And no shade to them, but because I was hurt, like, first of all, like, I was so broken, so hurt. Like, honestly, anybody that would have been attracted to me, red fucking flag. But like attracts like. Because I was so hurt, I was also attracting people who were just as hurt as I was, who didn't have good intentions, who were lost, unhappy, and were just looking for anything or anyone to help them fill a void. But after I did the work and had that long period of solitude and self-realization, self-discovery, my self-improvement journey, I started attracting people who were good potential candidates for a long-term healthy relationship, who were ready to give and receive love, who genuinely cared about me. But it wasn't until I decentralized my life from men that I was able to run into potentially good candidates for a partner, that I was able to get into this healthy relationship that I have now. And when your world revolves around seeking validation from men, you will attract the love bombers, the narcissists, the fuckboys, the guys who objectify you, who dim your light, literally leeches sucking the life out of you. And you're gonna accept that because, hey, at least you have someone to hold you at night. Hey, at least you have someone to keep you company. Hey, yeah, you fight, but that's the only exciting thing you have going on in your life. If you're accepting that type of behavior, like, the bar is literally in hell. You deserve to be happy in every single relationship. And yeah, no, it's not all sunshines and rainbows, but a good portion of it, like way more than half, I would say 80% of it should be. And if you're settling for anything less, ask yourself why. Are you unhappy with your life? Do you not have a life outside of that relationship? Maybe you hate your job, or you don't have a routine that empowers you. Maybe you don't feel good in your own skin. But figure out the reason, because it is not normal to settle. You should be going into every single relationship with the power to fill your own cup, so that you're able to view your partner as an addition to your life, and not view the relationship that you've built as your entire life. That way, if it ever starts feeling toxic, draining, or you realize you aren't compatible anymore, it won't feel impossible for you to leave. And this mindset has also helped me show up as someone with a secure attachment style in my relationships, because I used to have this like anxious attachment style, and that inevitably turned my relationships toxic. So these are just some quick tips that I have on how to decentralize your life from men. Focus on self-discovery. Take the time to understand and discover who you are outside of a relationship. Explore your interests, values, passions. Pick up some new hobbies. Number 2 is to build strong friendships. Cultivate the friendships that will support you and uplift you. A strong social circle can fulfill your emotional needs without it having to solely rely on a romantic interest. Number 3 is to set boundaries. Boundaries are what is going to help you prioritize your needs. It's pivotal to establish boundaries that protect your time, your energy, your social battery. That way you ensure that you are not losing yourself in any relationship, because we are not going to stop taking care of ourselves just because we're in a relationship, okay? Number 4 is to pursue personal goals. Invest in your career, your hobbies, your personal growth. Having your own ambitions can boost your confidence and sense of fulfillment. Your goals should not be to have a relationship or get into a relationship. Your goals should be all about you. Number 5 is to practice self-love. Engage in activities that promote self-care and self-compassion, and remind yourself of your worth daily. And number 6 is to seek therapy and counseling if things are just really bad, because it's normal. My shit was really bad, and I went to therapy, and my therapist really helped me get out of that anxious attachment style, and I learned so much about self-love and self-care through therapy. But that was all that I had for you guys today. I just really wanted to talk about how toxic it is to revolve your world around seeking validation from men. It is a waste of your time, of your energy, and if this is you, then you really just need to look inward and figure out why you are prioritizing a relationship, because life is not about relationship. I have so much fun when I'm single. Like, my quality of life doesn't go down when I'm single, and my quality of life doesn't magically shoot up when I'm in a relationship. And it is possible to be happy without a man. but you just have to figure out what it is that you're lacking in your life and what it is that you need to work on in order to ditch that mindset. And I hope this encouraged you to just look inward, do some self-reflection. Your life will completely change when you learn how to be kind to yourself, and when you learn to take care of yourself, and when you learn to prioritize your well-being. Like this video if you found it helpful, motivating. Comment down below any tips you have on self-love or your own experience on this topic. And thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Like I said, I do post a lot of self-love, self-reflection content, and I am all about leveling up. So if you would like to join me on this leveling up journey, subscribe. Until next time, bye.